I recently discovered Reign on Netflix. I started reading about that history period. I was disappointed when I knew that the show was full of inaccuracies. For the sake of history, I am going to set the record straight. I am going to share with you some of events that are historically inaccurate and made up by the screenwriters. Fact 1. In the series, Francis had an illegitimate brother Sebastian, also called Bash. Diane de Poitiers, supposed to be Sebastian's mother. Diane never had a son with the king. She was 20 years older than the king. And the only children she had were Françoise de Brézé and Louise de Brézé. Both children of her husband Louis de Brézé. So Sebastian never existed. Fact 2. In the series, Francis had also an illegitimate sister, Clarissa. That daughter of Catherine de' Medici and her secret lover. Another fictional character who was born with a birthmark on her face. Who hides in the shadows. There is also no evidence that Catherine de' Medici had an illegitimate daughter. Fact 3. Now, for everyone who watched the TV show and was charmed by the love story of Francis and Mary of Scots, I am here to disappoint you. Sorry guys. But Mary and Francis may never have really been in love. In 1558, she married the Dauphin of France, Francis. When she was 16 years old. Francis was 14 years old that time. The marriage produced no children, and may never even have been consummated. Possibly due to Francis's testicles illnesses. Fact 4. I wonder who created the names for Mary's ladies. Greer, Kenna, Lola and Ailey? These are really not names from Mary's time. In reality, Mary came to France with 4 other Marys. They were called the Four Marys. And here are their real names. Mary Fleming, Mary Seton, Mary Livingston, and Mary Beaton. Fact 5. Let's talk about the gifted Nostradamus. The right hand of Catherine de' Medici. He really had prophetic powers. He even predicted modern world events like September 11th attack in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. According to Nostradamus, the world would end in the year 3797. He was a physician, author, translator and astrological consultant. But, in reality, he was not that young and attractive. Unlike the show, Nostradamus was far in his 50s when he was in French court. I hope you enjoyed the video. In part 2, I will be talking about the raping scene of Mary by Protestants, the charming Prince Condé and love story with Mary, Narcisse and Henry II's death. Are you watching this show? Tell me in the comments.